Well guys, if you have been watching the news, then you know that the US, Iran, and Israel are fighting together. You know why? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Iran, when they're at war, and they just, oh, I'm so stressed, what I'm going to do? They're fighting with me, and I don't want to lose. I want to I'm the Republic of Iran, and I'm not going to surrender to Israel and the US. So then they're like, aha! I have a strategy. Let's just, Strait is here. I'm going to block it. And if any country wants to go out, import their oil, my oil, into their country, well, they're going to have to ask permission and, of course, with a little money. Okay? So then they start to block it. The US oh, you have blocked it? Well, I'm going to have another strategy too. I'm going to surround your port, the Strait of Hormuz, until you have reached agreement to never block this place again and let the oils, the ship with the other country, pass through it freely. Well, in this case, after a few days after President Donald Trump said, I'm going to block this place and surround this, Iran yesterday and Friday said, okay, I'm not going to block this place. I'll let the other ships pass freely. But in less than 24 hours, you know what happened? Iran has again re-blocked the Strait of Hormuz. Why? I'm going to tell you. Because if they just go easy towards the US, oh, you said this, I have to agree with you, and they did not I'm going to reject that. That they just go easy with the US and Israel, well, the government is going to I'm going to inject this one. I'm not going to agree to this president and then go down and make another president like that. So they had to go hard to the US. Okay? So if the US just surrounded the Strait of Hormuz, then what happens? Oh, the US wanted to, the economy of the Iran country is going to be weaker, and of course, the war is going to affect the civilians. So if this war go on, then the civilians going to no, I'm not going to like this war and stop the war like that. Okay, and the US going to I'm going to surround this the Strait of Hormuz, until you're going to come and debate with me about this condition and this condition. Those are hard conditions. You know, to know some of those? Oh, I know 2 of those. So the first one, the US said, you're never again going to block the Strait of Hormuz. And second, you're going to give us some of your enriched uranium, this highly enriched uranium. If I remember correctly, when I'm reading CNN, they said that Iran has 400 kilograms of highly enriched uranium. And of course, it's 60% of that. The United States get to take 60% of the highly enriched uranium back oh, you want to stop this? One condition, I'm going to take 60% of your highly enriched uranium. Okay, goodbye. I walk away with a lot of highly enriched uranium. Of course, I also remember another one. Another condition is that you must, not research about the atomic bombs, or we're just going to drop some bombs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, blast off, and we're going to drop bombs on you. Or if you want to stop it, you're not going to research about the atomic bombs anymore. So if the US is going to surround the Strait of Hormuz, well, that meant that they wanted to. I want the economy here, the civilians here to suffer, not like that. But they want to surround it until the Iran is I'm going to strike an agreement. Okay, I'm not going to block this and give you uranium like that. Well, in my opinion, I think that if the US continues to block, then it will be difficult. One reason that the US don't want to commit it because they don't want to stop the war. That is the US going to admit I'm wrong, you're right, I'm not going to make war with you, I'm not going to raise war with you anymore, you won, and I'm going to pay for the casualties okay, 1 trillion here, 1 billion here, I'm going to pay for the casualties I have caused you. No, the US is oh, I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. I'm going to continue this war until Iran just admits that I'm wrong, I will not research about atomic bombs anymore, and I will give you uranium like that. Well, in my opinion, I was just reading the news CNN. I'm going to read Iran, Israel, and US war together. Oh, look at those! The children living a miserable life, their homes destroyed, and of course, they don't have medicine or pills to drink, even though they're very sick. And they don't have crucial things that they need to survive, like water, food, places that they can live. Well, I just feel sad for them. Like, they are just born and they're little, they need to go to school, need a place to survive, and well, they're living a miserable life. They're scared about the war too. But that's just miserable and I feel terrible for them. Anyway, now you have learned about the Iran, Israel, and the US war, you just need to remember, think of the world as a huge ship. They all live together. But if there's a war, if there's a hole, that hole is like when Iran and the US are just blocking the Strait of Hormuz, well, the whole ship can degrade. Like, oh no, this ship, the whole world is sinking down. The economy of the whole world is sinking down, that meant that it's weaker. Okay, so have a good day. I'm going to find out about the war between US, Israel, and Iran more. And now, goodbye!